Welcome to Charge What You're Worth. I am your host, Sarah Aderson of expandyourheart.org. So I'm excited about tonight and so grateful and thankful that you have decided to join me. Let me share a little bit more about myself. What you see on the screen here are a few of my loves. In the middle here, my most precious love is my son. Not always look like this, but that's why it's one of my favorite pictures, right? He cleans up pretty nicely. And you'll see another one of my loves, stilettos. Not too often will you find me not in a stiletto of some sort, trying to make up for the extra inches that I didn't come into this planet with. And a little bit more about me personally, and just behind the headshot and the basic bio. I want to make sure that you get to know me a little bit better. So in 2012, I was faced with, what a lot of people may call a dip or a valley or something like that. But it was a really transformational year for me. And what happened was I was working in corporate and wasn't quite happy, but I had decided that I had made peace with the fact that I was there for a reason. Either I was there to learn something else or to teach someone something. So I'd made peace with it and trusted that the universe would move me when the time came. And at the time, I had a new boss. I had gone from hero to zero, as soon as the new boss arrived, pretty much. And so it was quite traumatic, I would say, right? It really a sudden shift for me. And so, like I said, I made the peace with it, but as soon as I made peace, that's when the universe said, okay, we're going to move you. And it didn't come the way that I thought it would. What happened was my position was eliminated company-wide, and I was faced with a choice. So I had two choices. I could stay and go into another position which would not allow me to be the mother that I wanted to be to this lovely little boy right here. It would require more hours and just longer days, and it also wasn't in my passion, my major calling. So for me, that choice would have been like a slow death. So I had that choice, or I could leave and venture out and go and fulfill my purpose in life. And I've always been an entrepreneur. I've had a business since I was 8, a t-shirt business. And so even while working in corporate, I still have always had a business. But I knew that when I left, which I did choose to leave, obviously, that I didn't want a business. I wanted an empire. I wanted something that was going to last and make a difference. So I didn't want to just do something to earn money or make money. I really wanted to make an impact, make a difference, and to fulfill the reason why I'm here. And so that's what I did. And so what I do as a result of making that decision, right, that bold leap of faith, is I now empower entrepreneurs to build empires. That's what it's all about. So I don't want you to build a business. I want you to build an empire that's going to last. And that's the thing. Empires last. Businesses fail. Businesses fail because they're basically a supersized job. They take all of your time, all of your energy, and it's give, and you see very little return. And you're trying to get to this pinnacle point, and in the process, you've neglected your friends and your family, and you don't have the freedom that you started your business for in the first place. So that's why businesses fail. An empire, on the other hand, it includes your family. It doesn't exclude them. They're a part of it. It focuses on service and value, not so much the selling and the money part. Nothing wrong with money, because we're going to talk about charging what you're worth. Nothing at all. But it's more about serving and knowing that as you serve, you will be rewarded. And an empire lasts for generations, right? When you leave this earth, when I leave, a business is pretty much going to close when we're gone. an empire will continue on for as long as it's supposed to. So my mission is to ensure that no woman or man ever has to choose between their purpose and providing financially for their family. Because that's where I felt like I was. Like I had to choose in that moment when my position was eliminated. Do I stay in literally a job that I don't want to be in just so that I can provide for my family? And as the sole bread earner, I'm a single mother and was at the time as well, it was heartbreaking. That decision is very heart-wrenching. Do you stay in something that you know is not where you're supposed to be simply to make money? Or do you follow your heart, have trust and faith, and step out and fulfill your purpose? So I don't want anyone else to have to go through that heart-wrenching decision. It shouldn't even be an option. It should be clear as day that following your purpose is what you're supposed to do. No ifs, ands, or buts, and the money will come as a result. So that is my mission in life, and I have started the Be You movement as well. And Be You, the letter U, means be unique, be unstoppable, and be unapologetic in everything that you do. So in life, in your empire, your family, whatever it is. So that's a little bit more about me, and we are going to get ready to get into the meat of it. But before we do, we all have, lots of stuff going on throughout the day. So I want to just take a few minutes to kind of ground ourselves and get prepared for the information that we're going to receive today. And so just prepare yourself by taking a deep breath, right? So many times we're rushing, we're taking people here and there. And when we do stop, it's like, whoa, I'm sitting still for a minute. So, and you don't know what to do with yourself. So I do want you to pay attention and be present in this moment right here. So by taking a deep breath, I'll do it with you. We'll go in and out. Okay? And a lot of times when we're going and doing, we're taking really shallow breaths instead of those deep ones, deep cleansing, settling breaths. So thank you for doing that. And also want to prep your environment. So make sure you silence your phones and, turn off all the notifications that we get that distract us. Just really prepare your environment as well so that you can be fully present. And it is my intention that you have come with an open heart and an open mind, and also that you will receive the message that is intended for you. Right? You may not get everything, but you will get exactly what you're supposed to. Okay. So we're going to talk about charging what you're worth. I'm going to uncover why you're undercharging for your services or your products, whatever it is. I'm going to talk about the 7 relationships that are hurting your bottom line. I'm going to give you a mindset hack so that you can give yourself the raise that you rightly deserve. And definitely going to share lots of tips so that you can charge what you're worth, okay, about your value. And some other juicy stuff too. So why do you undercharge? And undercharging actually is more of an issue with women than it is with men. Men, they kind of do the opposite. They'll overcharge to compensate for it. But we're going to talk mainly about why women undercharge. Their answer relates to both sexes. But the answer here you see is belief. You're undercharging because of your beliefs. And so let me just define what a belief is. It is basically just a thought that we have over and over, and we have decided, either consciously or subconsciously, that it's true. That's it. That's what a belief is, okay? And those beliefs can be about the world, about business, about yourself. And your belief, if you look at the word in the middle, what do you see, right? Put it in all caps for you. Lie. Lie. Right in the middle of that word. And this is so important because our beliefs are lies. They're lies that we've made true. Now, sometimes these beliefs or these lies, they move us forward, and sometimes they hold us back, right? They either help you or they hurt you. And often we're not really sure which way it's going to go. And our situations are a reflection of each and every one of our beliefs. You look around, look in your bank account, look at your car, look at your relationships, like we're going to talk about in a minute. All of them they reflect back, just like a mirror, your current beliefs or the beliefs that you've held on to for a while. Let's look at some of those relationships. So your first relationship is money. How is your relationship with money? Do you see it as the root of all evil, or do you have a healthy relationship? Do you view it as energy, a means to a service, or just simply as energy that is being exchanged between people? And that's it. So it depends, right? How you want to have a healthy relationship with all of these. Your environment. Your environment can be your physical environment, your mental environment. Okay, so your environment, look at the clutter around you. If there's clutter, that's an unhealthy relationship. Okay, your child or your children, the relationship you have with them, as far as, are you a teacher? Do you see yourself as a teacher, or do you see yourself as a disciplinarian, drill sergeant, right? Is it a give and take relationship, or is it all give, give, give? So that relationship, and even if you don't have children, what you think or why you don't have children or how you think you would be as a mother, that affects your bottom line. So all those thoughts and preconceived notions and beliefs that you have are affecting your money. Your relationship with spirit. So you can substitute spirit with any other word, universe, God, Allah, whatever word you're comfortable with. But your relationship with a higher power is affecting your bottom line. Do you see yourself as the source of everything, or do you recognize and allow the higher power to be your true source? Makes a difference. Your relationship with yourself, right? That's the only lasting long-term relationship that we are guaranteed to have throughout eternity, is the one with ourselves. So if you have a healthy relationship, you're taking care of yourself, you're nurturing your body, giving yourself the rest and food that it needs, and exercise. If you have an unhealthy relationship with yourself, you're neglecting yourself. You're last on your to-do list, like very, very last. Okay? Your parents. So all parents, I'm a parent as well, we and your parents as well, they just did the best that they could. However, what happens is over time, we form beliefs about parenting, about what they should have done, what they did wrong, what they could have done better, and that formulates your relationships in other areas, how your father treated you or didn't treat you, if they were present or not present, all of that. The intimacy you saw between your parents, everything is affecting your money. And you see, all lines lead back to you, right? Everything leads back to you. You are the center of the universe. You're the center of your financial universe, and you are the center of your empire. And this is actually a good thing. I'm not saying this to be like Debbie Downer or anything. This is a good thing because this means that you can control it. It's totally within your control to change your situation and to start charging what you're really, really worth. What happens is all of these will work together to create your financial ceiling, right? Where you think your earnings will be, how much you think you can charge for this product or for that service. That all of these relationships work together, and they create your limits. It becomes how far that you think you can go. It becomes your eyesight, right? You're only focused on what you see, and as long as you focus on that, you're going to get more of the same, and it continues on. Okay? Let's look at the root issue. Because, again, we said beliefs were lies, but what's at the root? Why are you really holding on to these beliefs? These beliefs came from your family, they came from experiences, they came from friends, school bullies, whatever it is. But all of these beliefs were formed from outer conditions. But what is at the root of you not charging what you're really worth? So I invite you to answer that for yourself, but I'm going to share with you what really is at the root. And that's fear. The root is fear. You're afraid that you're going to lose something or have to give up something. That's the bottom line. Now, to get to your root, you're going to have to peel back the layers. And these are the same things that I had to do. So you're not alone at all. You're going to have to peel back the layers, kind of like this orange pictured here, to reveal your real issue and the conditioning that you've accepted. And it's at no fault of your own. Let me be very, very clear here. This is not your fault. I'm not blaming you, and you are not to assume any shame, guilt, or blame of your own, okay? It's not your fault. It's part of the conditioning. It's part of being human, and it's what happens. So now we can change it because you know better, you do better, right? Okay. So like this orange, just using this as a metaphor for a minute, this orange has the skin on the outside, right? The outer layer. So the outer layer here represents your beliefs that were created by you or assumed by you to be true in order to protect yourself, right? So for some reason, you thought that holding on to this belief would be a way of security, protection for you. It gave you an illusion of wholeness and completeness by holding on to those beliefs. Now, when you start peeling it back, that's what I call the unlearning process. And just like this orange here, it doesn't always peel off all neat and tidy and pretty, right? There's some rough peels sometimes. And sometimes the skin can be a little thicker in other places than others. But when you start unlearning the lies, you're going to see that you are always whole, just like this orange. You take off the outer layer, take off the skin, it's still whole, it's intact, it's in like one complete piece. But it is made up of different parts, just like you, different sections. So one major belief is that we're just one, we're not supposed to be multidimensional. You're just a mom, or we assume one title, or you're a woman, or you're whatever it is we relate to, our ethnicity, all of that. You're multidimensional. All of it plays together. Okay. So to peel back your layers, you're going to have to go within. This is the inner work. This is that inside, what I call the heart work. So you have to get really still and really, really honest with yourself and ask, what am I afraid of losing if I truly charge what I was worth? What are you afraid that you're going to lose or have to give up? So if you make all the money or if you raise your rates 100%, do you think you're going to lose all of your customers? Do you think you're never going to get another client? What are you afraid of? And then you want to try to dig deeper, get to the root, the seed of when it first started, right? Those aren't just, some of them have seeds, come with seeds in them. So when did you first experience that feeling? Was it in pre-K? Was it in ninth grade? Where? What was the situation? Just try to get to the root. Like I said, get to that seed of when it was first planted, that feeling. And that's going to help you uncover what's holding you back. And once you know what's holding you back, you're free. You can move forward. And a lot of times it's going to be a value conflict. So that's where this mindset hack comes in. You have to reframe your fear as a value. And so I'll give you an example. Basically what you're doing is creating a new belief because your old belief was a lie, right? We know it was a lie because it's holding you back. It's not getting you the clients, the profit, the relationships, anything that you want. So it's obviously a lie. Now the value, let's say if you value your connection to spirit, your spiritual connection, that's one of your values. So you may be afraid of losing that connection as you earn more money. That's a valid fear. So to reframe that, what you want to say is, the more money I have, then the closer and deeper my connection to source becomes, or spirit, or whatever name you want to substitute there. I'll say it one more time. This is reframing your fear. So the more money that I have, then the closer and deeper my connection to source becomes. Okay? So that's how you reframe it. So now your brain is saying, oh, okay, it's okay to make money. Because before, your brain was saying, no, I can't make money because I won't be as spiritual, or I won't be as grounded, or I won't have as many friends, whatever it is. So we have to program it so that now your mind is like, okay, yes, I can. I'm allowed. I deserve to make more money, and it's safe, right? All goes back to usually safety, okay? But your fears are lies just like your beliefs are lies until you create new ones. And with your fears, it's kind of like a good example. I told you that, your fear is usually driven by your eyesight, right? So to help you understand it a little bit more, if you're sitting in your office or at home or something like that, and you look up at the ceiling. If you look up at the ceiling, then you may think, just by eyesight, you would think that that's the limit. That's as far as you can go because you see a ceiling there, right? You go up, it's not going to be a good thing. However, when you also know your insight, you know that there is a sky that is vast and limitless out above your home or above your office, right? But to see that sky, you're going to have to get out of your comfortable home, get out of your comfortable chair or office so that you can enjoy the sky that is available to you and everyone else. Are you guys with me here? So it's the same thing. Your mind sees the ceiling, which was created by your belief, as a limit. Your heart knows that there are infinite possibilities that you can truly charge what you're worth. Your heart knows this, but you're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to move and shift from what you see to what you feel as truth. All right, let's go over a few more tips so that you can really and truly charge what you're worth, because that's why we're here, and that is what I want to deliver to you. So be clear on your value, what you bring to the table. Good exercise, just list everything that you've done. You can start from as early as you remember, but get clear on every accomplishment you've ever had, every wonderful thing you've ever done, every act of kindness, everything. But you have to get crystal clear on your value and separate it from your titles, right? It's not just being a mother, daughter, sister, employee, entrepreneur, whatever it is. Not that. Focus on your personal value, what you bring to the table, how you make people better, how you serve others, okay? Now, when you're doing this, I do not want you to compare. Don't compare. That's just the death of progress. You can't compare. You're an apple and someone else is an orange or a pear. There's no comparison. You have unique gifts that are unique. You only have them. Sure, there may be other coaches or therapists or stylists. Sure, there are. Tons of them. But they don't do what you do, how you do it. So don't compare. It's not the same. And then own your power. And this one is huge. You are powerful. You are more powerful than you even know. And to own your power, just compare yourself to how far you've come. So there you can compare, right? We don't want to compare to others, but in owning your power, you do want to look back from where you used to be to where you are today. And that will truly help you to see how powerful you are, what you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, who you've helped, how you've become better. Okay, own that and celebrate it. Then to charge what you're worth, you need to create a simple relationship funnel. And other people call it a sales funnel. You know, I think that term is more for the business profile. But for an empire, when you're building your empire, you're focused on service and value. To do that, you have to build relationships with your clients, relationships with your customers, relationships with your peers, relationships with everyone. You're not just simply trying to do a one and done. You want your clients and customers to stay with you over a period of time, possibly turn into employees or joint venture partners, whatever it is. But you need a relationship funnel. And with that just means a simple one is where you have a high, a mid, and a low level, either product or service. Okay. You know, ideally, if you're a service-based professional, you do need to have a product in there of some form. When I say product, that can be an ebook, it can be a physical book, it can be a course, an MP3 download, whatever it is. Okay. But with that, your products are going to allow you to upsell and to downsell. So if someone comes in and your medium offer is, or mid-level offer is, you know, your coaching, and they say, oh, I can't afford that, or that's too high. Okay, no problem. So then you have a lower offer in your relationship funnel that you can use, right? So you want to make sure that you have something to always offer them, okay? Because people are going to come in at different places, and that's okay. And that whole affordable justification, like we really truly want to dissolve that. Your rates are not supposed to be affordable. because when you're clear on your value and you own your power, it's not affordable. What you've been through, where you've come from, and how you've overcome it is priceless. Now, don't be outrageous here, but you can't, like I said, compare yourself to another coach or another stylist or whatever it is. It's not equal. However, there's always going to be someone that cannot afford your services. So you need to decide where you want to be. Do you want to be mid, high level? Do you want to attract top-notch clients and customers? If so, then you're going to charge more. If you're looking for the freebie chasers, then the low rates are going to give you all of those people. That's where you're going to have to haggle and go back and forth. So when you're clear on your value and you own your power, there'll be no more haggling. You're going to get what you give. And so that leads us to investing in yourself. You are your most valuable asset. If you're not investing in training, coaching, something in yourself, even just as simple as nurturing yourself, going to the spa, getting your nails done. But if you're not doing that, then no one else is. They're not going to invest in your programs. They're not going to invest in your services because you're showing that you don't think that you're worthy of it. So you have to give whatever it is that you want to receive to yourself first. Money, support, time, training, all of that, okay? And we'll have a little bit of time for questions coming up. All right. So your next steps. So got a lot of great information here, and I'm one of those people that likes to make sure that you need to know what to do next because that's important. You don't want to just leave here and just have tons of information. It's about inspired action. So your next step is to get still. Carve some time out, ask yourself the tough questions, and be still so that you can get the answers. And when you're in this meditative state or quiet time, focus on identifying the feeling, right? The feeling that you're going to get when you have more money. What is the feeling? Is it freedom? Is it peace? Is it love? Focus on the feeling, not what you're going to do. Nothing wrong with what you're going to do, but it's that feeling that you need to live and birth right now so that you can get more of the money and get the clients that you want and go to the next level. And then you want to take inspired actions that give you that feeling. So if it's freedom, then maybe you take a vacation or you travel somewhere. Just, one day hop in the car and just drive and see where you end up. But whatever is going to give you that freedom or creativity, if that's it, go to a painting class, okay? And that's going to help you because charging what you're worth is an inside job. It doesn't start on the outside, okay? Everything starts within. And so you need to create that feeling within that you're worthy of investing in yourself and that you desire this feeling, and then the universe, spirit, will give you more of it. And 4, it's important to forgive yourself and others, right? Those 7 relationships we talked about, stuff is going to come up, all right? It happens. But it's easier to forgive others, and a lot of times we're so hard on ourselves, we forget or overlook the fact that we need to forgive ourselves. And to do that, just acknowledge that you did the best you could with what you had at the time. It really is that simple. You don't know everything. That's why they say hindsight is 20/20. It is. You can see everything crystal clear when you're sitting there with a notepad and a pen going, step by step, analyzing and dissecting everything. Of course, you can see everything you missed. But when you're in it, living, you're feeling your way through, and that's what you're supposed to do. So forgive yourself and put the pen and paper away for the analyzing. And then most importantly, become your own BFF. Charging what you're worth, your rates reflect how much you value yourself. Bottom line, that's it. So if you value yourself, you will be your best friend forever because that's what we need to be. And that's what's going to get you the raise and the rates and the clients that you deserve. Be your own BFF. It's not, again, nothing is coming from outside of you. It all starts from you. You are the center of your universe. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful. I do have a free gift for everyone because, like I said, this is really part of the heart work process. You're going within and creating your worth so that it can be reflected on the outside. So I have a lovely course for you. It is an 8-week course, Heart Work, The Secrets to Transforming Worth into Tangible Wealth. And the value is $197, but you can get it absolutely free when you go to expandyourheart.org/heartwork. And that's heartwork is all together, one word. Okay? So I invite you to go ahead and sign up for that so that it can be delivered to your email box weekly and you can get started. And I do want to thank you so much for joining me. Let's see if you have any questions. You have my contact information here. And if you have any questions, you can just put it in the chat or let me know. Don't see any questions. And if you have any takeaways, feel free to go on Twitter and use hashtag build my empire. Sorry there. Hashtag build an empire or hashtag build my empire. And you can find more information about me and my, true bio at expandyourheart.org. Also, you can find me in the social stratosphere on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, all that good stuff. And I would love to hear from you, so feel free to email me at sarah@expandyourheart.org. Let me know any comments, feedback, anything you have on the training you received, or just anything you'd like to share with me. Until next time, I encourage you and I invite you to take inspired action to build your empire and live the legacy that you want to leave. Take care.